What's going on? It is last call for fantasy football. Welcome into the show. And this is Kyle along with Justin as always. And we're back for our fourth show of the season. So excited to be here. Got a good one planned. And I'm going to toss it to Justin to give us some couple tidbits around the NFL that came our way this week. And happy to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, I just want to get some player news. Apparently, Tua and Lamar Jackson are 40 pounds lighter than they were last year.
Combined?
Um,
Please tell me it's
no,
combined.
no, it's not. It's per player.
No, it's
Yeah, I want to
not.
get
Hold
your
on, hold
opinion.
on.
No, it is,
They're not 40 pounds lighter.
dude. Yeah, I
No,
believe that's what it is.
40 pounds? How could they
Yeah,
possibly have lost 40 pounds?
that's what I was saying. But if you look at the video,
Well, I mean,
the
I know
NFL,
Lamar looks smaller.
yeah, he looks like he did when he was a rookie. Um, I don't know what that really means for Lamar Jackson. I feel like that would make him more injury prone, especially as a mobile quarterback. I feel like you want to have that muscle on you to be, the more muscle you have, I think the less injury prone you usually are. Um, for Tua, I don't know. Like, did he lose his leg? Like, he was already a really small person. So,
I mean, I'm not seeing. This says earlier this month that he was down to 205, a 25-pound loss from 2022, and a 10-pound loss since last season. So he's down 25 pounds since 2022.
okay, maybe it was,
It's probably
maybe they
combined,
hype, maybe it was combined, the headline that I saw.
but I
Either way,
I think it's
interesting
yeah.
strategy for them, I think.
I think it's a positive. I
You
think
think it's positive?
for
I think for
Lamar,
fantasy it could be. I think they both might run a little bit more because they're a little lighter.
I was gonna say for Lamar,
But for keeping
his
them on the field, I feel like it's a big negative.
that's what I said last show. Remember, I said he didn't miss a game last year, played all 17.
That's what I'm saying. And he
So
beefed up last year.
I know, but for fantasy purposes, I mean, obviously availability is the best ability. So
Yeah.
he was there to play for you, but I think it kind of did cap his rushing upside for last year. But I like it.
Yeah.
Slim
And
boy season.
also, we did get some news on Joe Burrow from the Pat McAfee show. This isn't necessarily news on Joe Burrow's injury, but we got news about the injury. So apparently, AJ Hawk had the same wrist injury that Joe Burrow had. And he was actually saying that most players that he knows, at least, weren't able to get very much mobility back in their wrists. He actually said to this day, he still has lingering pain in that wrist. So, not great to see. There actually was even a video of him kind of throwing a duck at practice.
You know these
So,
off-season videos, they
I
nitpick, they
know, I
get
know, but this
something
is a little
run with
different.
it.
I mean, there is some serious concern here because this is an injury that quarterbacks don't usually have. And the people who have had them in the NFL have spoken up and said that it's pretty hard to get mobility back and after that surgery. So prayers up for Joe Burrow because we love Joe Burrow and I want to
Yes.
see his Anakin Skywalker story.
Is that fake? It has to be
I hope
fake
it's
because
not because it's sick.
I think I saw a picture like today of him and he had his normal hair.
Well, I
I
think
gotta Google
you
it.
could style it in a way that it looks not so long. I think so. I hope it's real, but that picture looks
No,
awesome.
it's not.
I'm just praying for his sake and for our sake that he can get back to Joe Burrow because it's too early in his career, and I just really don't want to see an Andrew Luck story out of Joe Burrow.
I know. We would we were talking off air earlier. We were just saying how the league is fully transitioned from all of the quarterbacks that we grew up watching. So no more Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Philip Rivers, Drew Brees, like Ben Roethlisberger, like those guys. They're finally all phased out. Tom Brady was the last of the real ones, and now we've got a healthy dose of superstar quarterbacks to replace them. And we don't. No one wants a boring NFL without guys like him. I'm not a Bengals fan. I could care less for Cincinnati, but just for the league and for fantasy football and the sport that we love, we need those guys available. So
Yeah. And I'm not a Bengals fan, but I am a fan of the team. I really like Jamar Chase, and I would say Joe Burrow is probably one of my. He probably might. He is my favorite. I think
favorite
of the new
quarterback?
quarterbacks. I think so.
I'll let you have it.
Yeah, after Anthony Richardson, but we'll see what he does this year.
Yeah,
He's only played 3 games so far, so it's kind of hard to say.
yeah. Well, what else you got for me? Joe Burrow does not have long hair and hopefully has not a bum elbow the rest of his career.
So he didn't have long hair.
No, no, he did not.
Dang, man.
The dude's
Now I'm
hair,
even
he's
more
got good
concerned.
hair, and he's always had good hair, and he has had like a multitude of different styles. I'm jealous of his
I
hair.
think he could. I think he could rock a mullet, and I don't like mullets,
He could
but
rock a mullet, but he
I
doesn't.
think
We
he would
don't
look
need
like
more
the
of
dude
that.
from Stranger Things. You know what I mean?
Mm,
He would look just like that guy. Maybe he grows a mustache.
oh God, don't
Dude,
ruin Joe Burrow.
that'd be sick. 80s
Whatever.
Joe Burrow.
Putting it out there, Joey B.
Joey B, come on,
Rock
bro.
on.
Rock on with your. Hopefully, the other people will know what that means, but
One day,
we know it's
we'll
funny.
be as free.
Yeah.
All right. Um, we got a fun show. We took some time to come up with some topics and some ideas that were floating around in our head that we wanted to discuss. And so we've got Guess That Player again. We did that last show, and I almost got it and fumbled the bag on it. So it's redemption for me. And we have a Hot Ones style trivia challenge here. So I'll get into the specific rules of that once we get to that. But we're gonna start. We're gonna start with the guess a player, then Hot Ones, and then we're getting into our top 10 wide receivers for 2024. So little show outline, and we'll kick it off with the guess a player. Hit me. I'm ready. Redemption time.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're ready?
No, I'm not, but I'm gonna try.
I think I made it a little bit easier than last time, but still made it hard enough because you almost guessed it last time on the first tip.
It was there, and
All right, so we improved it a little bit. I'm gonna give you a synopsis of the player, and then I'm gonna give you 3 tips after that.
Okay.
All right. In 14 games last season, I rushed for over 100 yards in just 1 game. I am a talented pass catcher, although I had just 2 games with more than 50 yards receiving.
Okay. Is that the
Okay,
synopsis, or is that
That's
the?
the synopsis.
Oh, okay. So do I guess now, or do I?
Yeah, so basically he only had 1 game last season where he rushed for over 100 yards, and he only had 2 games where he received more than 50.
In 14 games, so he only played 14 games.
Only played 14 games, yeah.
Okay. All right. And then received 50. Okay. So do I try and guess?
Yeah, I mean, try give out a first guess.
James Cook.
No.
Okay.
All right. Ready for tip 1?
Yes.
In 2023, I had 6 rushing touchdowns
Definitely not James
and
Cook.
4 receiving.
All right.
You're right. Let me restart. In 2023, I had 6 rushing touchdowns and 4 receiving, the second most total touchdowns of my career.
The second most total touchdowns, and it was only 10.
There's only 10. That's rushing, receiving, obviously.
So it wasn't a rookie. I was thinking it was Devon Achane at first, but just with the 100 yards, only played in 14 games. I don't know how many exactly he missed.
I think HN probably had 3 or 4 games over 100 yards.
All right, let's see.
All right, while Kyle thinks about that, I'm going to present you with the beer of the day. So we got this Sam Adams Summer Ale. That's what we're sipping on today, in case you were wondering.
They were dying. Dying to know what
They're pretty
the
good.
beer. It is good. I've never had it before. That was actually my first sip, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Leinenkugel, but a little bit more beery.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
I think you need to explain what that is because we can't see it. So
Well, so it's a bottle cap opener. You cock it back, then you pop it like that, and then it has a button where you can shoot it. Boom.
I think that was necessary.
Dope. It's pretty dope. I have done that in every episode, and some people might be wondering. So
Okay.
it's probably like $10 on Amazon.
That's so hard. 6 rushing touchdowns, 4 receiving touchdowns. It was the most of his career. Only 6 rushing touchdowns, 4 receiving touchdowns. A talented pass catcher.
Maybe I didn't make this easier than I thought.
I mean,
Now that I'm thinking about it, this is not easy.
oh, dickhead. All right. Well, I'm gonna say one.
As you can see, though, I'm trying to prove a point.
It was a Najee Harris.
No.
Damn it.
All right, let me go ahead with tip number 2. I am incredible at making defenders miss. Incredible. However, in 2023, my longest play was 36 yards, and my average yards per carry was 3.9.
Jonathan Taylor.
No, sir.
No?
Bob.
Ah. Do I get one more?
You get one more tip.
Okay. Dang.
You don't want to make any other assumptions or think
Okay.
about it.
Maybe. I mean, well, because 10 touchdowns is probably not the highest. Johnny Taylor probably had more than that in his rookie year or his second year.
It was second most of his career, though.
Oh, second most of his career.
Second most.
Josh Jacobs.
No. All right, we're getting tip number 3. I do think this is probably the easiest tip, though, so I feel like you should get it here.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're probably just an idiot, and we might have to cancel the show.
You're destroying my credibility with all of these questions. Why did I sign up for this? No, it's all right. I'm gonna get you back.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, tip number 3. I changed teams this past offseason and expected to do very well based off my early ADP ranking.
I changed teams this year.
It's a player that changed teams this year.
Like they're going into a new team this coming year.
Yes, and
Okay.
she's expected to do very well.
It's Tony Pollard.
Bro,
Wait.
who is expecting Tony Pollard to do well this season?
Hold on. I mean, I think he'll do well, but that's besides the point. Early ADP. Hold on. Oh, it's Derrick Henry.
No.
What? Great at breaking tackles. I don't
All
think.
right, I'm going to let you know. It's going to shock you. It's shocking news because it's a player. I did this on purpose,
Clearly.
right? I built up this narrative of a player that you think is Tony Pollard, right? It's Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. That fits
Saquon
the
Barkley
mold.
only rushed for over 100 yards one time last season. And yet his ADP this upcoming season is so high. He's getting up there, guys.
Yeah, he's
And
great. No, I'm all in. And I had Saquon.
exactly. That's the point. You're all in and you should not be.
Ooh.
I'm not saying that he's going to be bad, but people are drafting him as if he is Saquon Barkley of old. He's had a ton of injuries.
Also
He hasn't
buried on the
produced.
freaking New York Giants with their.
He's only had one season where he's had more than 10 total touchdowns.
I mean, 10 touchdowns a lot. That's good.
Total touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's not that many.
Well, his thing is just the utilization. He's been the entire team. And when the Giants were a little bit better, Saquon was better. So he just doesn't have that now, or didn't have that. So as the team got worse, and the weapons around him got worse, so the offense was just terrible. He couldn't sustain it. So I think, we'll say
Well,
Saquon.
let me say this: the year that he had his best was his rookie season.
I
He
remember.
has not had a year like that since. He's not had a top 5 running back year since his rookie season. But yet we're still drafting him as a top 5 running back. Is all I'm trying to point out here.
I mean, there's question marks with every player, every running back that gets drafted that high. I don't think there's a single locked and loaded 100% guarantee repeat greatness running back in the top 5. So I think just with his new situation, it's going to be better. And even if it's not, he was good last year. If he get the
He
same,
wasn't.
he was good last year.
He was not as good as people remember after looking through his stats. Like I said, one game over 100 rushing yards, 2 games with more than 50 receiving yards. And I'm not nitpicking the stat. There wasn't a bunch of 44-yard games. He had maybe 1 or 2 games where he had more than 25 receiving yards.
Okay, I'm willing to be wrong. I'll be wrong all day on Saquon.
All right, that's a difference of opinion there, but I just wanted to let the people know, okay?
But like you see my thought process on a few of those guys, like they like fit the
No, I do, and
mold.
that's what I was wanting from you. That's what it was supposed to elicit out of you.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Well,
hope
just
I
because
said that word right.
I
Did I use that
knew
word correctly?
illicit.
Elicit?
Yeah, it's a big word for Elmo.
Hell yeah. It's such a small word, but it's a big word for me.
Illicit, 3 syllables.
Not really. Is it 3 syllables? Illicit? I don't think you would, because you don't say just the letter E is not a syllable.
It starts with an I.
What? Well, makes sense.
Hold on. Actually, now I'm triple. I'm.
I thought it was E.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wait, let me think. Illicit.
Wait.
I think
Illicit
you're right though.
means not allowed by
E.
law or customs. Wait. So. Wait. Oh shit! No, I'm wrong. It does start with an
Yeah,
E.
let's go.
But illicit
You're an
is
idiot.
it is a word. It's just not the word that I was talking about. You're right. Elicit. Illicit.
Yes, let's
Evoke
go. That's
or
what I
draw
had.
out a response, answer, or fact.
Dude, I used that perfectly. Let's go. You see that degree right there? It
Who's?
did nothing. I learned that in high school.
Yeah. Oh god. All right.
So,
Moving on. I don't get my revenge, and I'm still waiting to
one
guess
day,
that
one day you'll
player.
guess it.
So my turn. My turn. All right. So this is gonna go down. It's a
All
hot
right.
one style challenge. So Justin cooked up 10 chicken wings, and he has 6 sauces of varying spiciness. Just like how if you've seen the show Hot Ones, they move through their interview and they progressively go through hotter and hotter and hotter. So how this is gonna work is I've prepared 10 fantasy football trivia questions, and he's going to start with the first sauce, the least spicy sauce. And after he answers the question, whether incorrectly or correctly, he's going to eat that one with the lowest sauce. And the next question, if he doesn't get it correct, he has to move up in the spiciness for the sauce on that nugget. So essentially, the more he gets right, the less spicy it becomes or it continues to be. And the more he gets right, he's coasting. So, or no, the more he gets wrong, it's getting hotter. So we're going to start with question number 1. Do you have your sauce ready? Got your nuggets ready?
I got the sauce ready.
We'll take it out of the box. I'm getting ready to go.
You're right.
Yeah, so we're starting.
How stupid of me. I go from getting illicit right to not even know how to open a hot sauce box.
Are we good?
Huh?
So are we good?
Um, taking the hot sauce out of the box.
All right, sweet. Here, push your mic towards your face.
Wait, did I get these out of order?
Ah. Dude, it's got to say it on the box.
It does. Okay.
Okay. All right. So the first one, you're just taking the first one no matter what. Get it rolling. I'm curious. I bet you they taste terrible, but
We'll see. I have I don't have any of these exact hot sauces, but I've um used the brand before and it's pretty good. So I'll let you guys know.
all right. Question number 1. Rashee Rice was the Chiefs' best wide receiver fantasy option this year. Who was the next highest scoring wide receiver
On the Chiefs.
on the Chiefs? Had MVS,
Okay.
Sky
He
Moore.
had MVS, Sky Moore. I don't think Juju was still on the team.
No.
Oh man. And that's not including Travis Kelce, right?
Nope. Wide receiver option.
It's got to be MVS.
Incorrect.
Who was it?
I never would have got this right because I didn't know he was a wide receiver. I thought he was a tight end.
What? Are you talking about the gray?
No.
Dude. Who?
Justin Watson.
Dude, what? Justin Watson is
With
yeah, he's a receiver.
46 fantasy points.
I did know that he was a receiver, actually.
I thought he was a tight end.
I just completely forgot about him. Well, I did forget about him in the moment, but I did not think he was a tight end. I did think he was a wide receiver.
He was
All
their
right, well.
second. He was their second
Here we go.
highest. Oh yeah, so move on up. He had 460 yards last year. Oh, you gotta douse that.
I did.
Is it sweet?
Well, it's mango habanero, so it's actually
Oh,
starting off pretty spicy.
is it really? What if you're doing it backwards?
These are ice cold.
Well, you did cook them like 40 minutes ago.
All right.
All right.
That was pretty spicy. I'm kind of scared now.
you're gonna be so screwed, and we got the rest of this plus our wide receiver rankings afterwards. So,
Dude.
oh, I'm excited. All right, 0 for 1.
All right, tell me the next one.
Number 2, who has scored the most combined fantasy points through their first 6 seasons? Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, Andrew Luck, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Which of those quarterbacks has scored the most fantasy points through their first 6 seasons?
Dude, I don't know what Dan Marino scored in fantasy. I wasn't even alive.
All right, I'll help you out. It's not Dan Marino. The answer is not Dan Marino. So Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
Tom Brady, Andrew Luck, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I know Andrew Luck had a lot. But Tom Brady kind of slung it when, like, early on in his career. Josh Allen didn't do that well for fantasy the first 3 years. Patrick Mahomes hasn't done well the last 3 years for fantasy, but he did have that 50 touchdown season.
Total fantasy points. Walk me through it.
I'm going to go with Tom Brady.
Incorrect.
Oh my God, it's Andrew Luck.
Incorrect.
Who is it?
It's Josh Allen.
Dude, that's such
Josh
a layup.
Allen has the most fantasy points of any player ever through the first 6 seasons.
I just didn't think he did that well early on for fantasy.
Well, he was the last 4 years the QB 1, 1, 2, 1.
True.
So he still started his.
Jeez, man. All right.
All right,
I that was my first thought was Josh Allen, but I thought it was too good to be true. And I honestly, and
and I threw Andrew
Tom
Luck in
Brady
there.
had a lot though. Was Tom Brady like second?
Oh, I made up all of those options.
But
Yeah, like I knew Josh Allen had the most, so I just threw in random players that you thought might have had the most. Did you go up?
yeah,
That's up a sauce. What is it? What is that sauce?
yeah, it's original habanero extra hot.
Ain't no mango coming to save you now,
No mango
brother.
now. And I'm loading these up, which is probably not.
Nah, you got to. I respect it. You can't be pussyfooting some hot
I
sauce
won't
on the
be.
nugs. That at least tastes good.
It's pretty good. Not gonna lie. That is like a really good sauce, but with that much on one nugget, that is really hot.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this so much. We're only 2 questions
Dude,
in.
I'm screwed, man.
I think the Rashi Rice one was hard. Justin Ross, I was never gonna.
That one was a
Or
layup,
Watson,
but it was one
Justin
of those
Watson.
ones where it was like too easy.
No, I know. All right. Number 3. Which running back led the league in the most forced broken tackles? Brees Hall, Christian McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, Kyron Williams, or Jonathan Taylor?
The most forced broken tackles.
Out of Brees Hall, McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, Kyron Williams, Jonathan Taylor. Who's a big shifty back? Who's getting those yards after
You said
contact?
Derrick Henry?
No. Brees Hall, McCaffrey, Etienne, Kyron Williams, Johnny Taylor.
Over the course of one season or just last season?
Just last season. Most forced broken tackles.
Man. Honestly, it's probably somebody who didn't have a great line. That's usually what that stat means because they get
Well, it's not
met in the
yards.
backfield.
It's not yards after contact. It's broken tackles.
Okay. Oh man. Um,
Funny thing is, I think we actually talked about this.
I think you know what? We're gonna go with Brees Hall.
Incorrect.
Oh my god! I thought that was for sure it.
Nope.
Is it Kyron?
Nope.
Oh, at least it's not Kyron because I was set on that until the last second.
Nope. It is Travis Etienne.
Ah, phooey.
31 broken tackles, I believe.
I still don't like him. All right. This one's like a mustard sauce, so maybe this will be a little better. Habanero mustard. Everything's habanero, bro. Okay, the next one's not. All right. Amarillo.
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 Oh, do they all have like a little
Yeah.
cap on it too? Oh, yeah. No, I was shocked about ETN learning that number.
Yeah, that does actually shock me. I would not. Etienne was my last guess. When you said all those names, I was like, it's not
And the
Etienne.
funny thing is, I think we talked about this. I think we
On the show?
no beforehand.
That's so much hot sauce, dude.
You can barely see it, but I can see it shining. All right, thank you, Travis Etienne.
Dude, I need to get one. Wait a minute.
You're doing the rest of them all 6.
But there's 10 questions, right? 10 nuggets. Do I have to do the last four nuggets on the hottest sauce if I don't get one?
Bro, incentives, baby. Come on.
Oh my gosh, this is not a good start.
We can start we can start speed running through this. All right, number 4. 0 for 3, by the way. Revenge dish best served cold. All right. Number 4. Which team created a new NFL record in 2023 when they had 4 players with over 1,000 scrimmage yards?
Over 1,000 scrimmage yards. One team. So that could be like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek. You said 4 players?
4 players over 1,000 yards.
Oh man. This seems like an easy one though. But you're saying just scrimmage yards. Like rushing, like so you're saying running backs and wide receivers.
Yeah. Yeah, 1,000 scrimmage yards.
Well, I already know it's down to Detroit and 49ers. I know that.
Detroit.
For I think a fact.
Okay.
Because they had Jahmyr Gibbs and Dave Montgomery in the backfield, so I know Amon-Ra made it over 1,000. Did Sam Laporta make it over 1,000? Then you have Deebo, Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey.
That's for you to know. And
I'm going Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah.
You were so close, man. It's the San Francisco 49ers.
No! Who had 1,000? I was missing one player. Kittle had 1,000 yards?
I think so.
Bro, what do you mean you think so?
I didn't put each. Yep, 1,020 yards.
Dude. Dude, that was my first guess, but then I was like, but Detroit probably had 2 running backs with over 1,000 scrimmage yards.
The closest thing that I would come to.
Did Sam Laporta not have over 1,000 yards?
I don't know. Let's see. What is Sam Laporta?
Dude, you might have to look this up because I might still be right.
He had 889 yards last year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Dave Montgomery,
1,015. That was one of the easy questions, huh?
Yeah. Originally, I was going to make it multiple choice 50-50, Niners or Cowboys. But.
Oh, I would have guessed Niners.
I know. So I didn't. So good choice by me.
All right.
I'm curious. How many total fantasy points did Jahmyr Gibbs have? He had a 945, so he didn't even quite reach 1,000.
Oh my gosh, so close. But that was a good guess, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, pull that out of my butt.
Yeah, I mean Gibbs,
like this is about
55 yards short. Laporta just over 100. Monty made it, and
I would not have guessed Kittle was over 1,000 yards. So we might have to look at Kittle a little bit more because it sounds like if he had a couple more touchdowns, he would have been elite.
That was the thing.
So he had like no touchdowns.
I had him last year. He had 6, which isn't nothing, but
it's not that bad.
He had 11 the prior year. So, but
he hasn't been good in a couple of years, he hasn't been great.
Well, last year is 765 yards and 11 touchdowns. That'll do for a tight end. And then the previous year, 910 and 6. No, he had a down 2020 with 634 and 2.
What did you just say? You said last year he had 700 yards?
No, last year 1,020 and 6. Okay. Then 765 and 11. And then 910. Okay. 910 and 6. But yeah.
All right. Well, we got the Scotch bonnet.
Scotch bonnet.
4 out of 5.
On the hot scale?
Superb and Bloody Marys.
Superb and Bloody Marys.
The fiery but sweet cousin to our traditional habanero pepper sauce. YOLO.
Nice little dab.
That's fat dab.
Yeah, tell me which one's your favorite, like flavor wise. Not this one. That one
Let's
hurt.
go.
That one hurt. Oh boy.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the worst though.
All right. Next, number 5. 0 for 4. Now you're gonna have to go grab another beer.
I might have to.
Since week 12 of last season, a number of wait, am I dyslexic writing this down? Since week 12 of last season, one surprising running back was second in total fantasy points scored behind only Christian McCaffrey. Who was it? Rachaad White, Zach Moss, James Conner, or Isaiah Pacheco?
I was just looking at Pacheco today, and no, it's not him.
Since week 12, so only the last 6 weeks of
And
the
we
year.
just talked about in last episode that James Conner went off in the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Zach Moss. Was not Zach Moss. I know that. Who was the last guy?
Rachaad White.
James Cook.
If that was one of the options, you might be
Or
right.
that's James Conner.
Incorrect, my friend.
How?
It's Rachaad White.
No! That's impossible!
It's not. It is not.
Dude. How?
Let's see. White had all the looks of a fantasy bust in the first 6 weeks, scoring just 53 points as the RB24. He did a complete 180 over his final 12 games. However, as he scored a combined 214.9 points and averaged 17.9 points per game, his point total in these 12 games was second among backs behind only McCaffrey. And his points per game total was 6.
Type of league. That matters, Kyle.
Does not matter.
What type of league?
Listen, man. Wasn't close. All right.
All right. Oh my
Nugget
gosh,
time.
dude. This is second to last.
I
Hope you know
thought
that.
I thought you were gonna get at least 2 of these.
Me too.
I tried to make. I could have just not given you multiple choice, and then
The issue is that some of them are so easy that they're hard because it's a game, and I think that no way it could be the easy answer.
I know, and that's why I put James Conner in there.
Red Savinia. Say hello to Our Lady in the Red at 675,000 Scoville units.
Ooh, Lady in Red.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh no. I like the sound of that.
Instantly.
Instantly? Is it just like acidic as hell and just like burning the tip of your tongue? God bless the lady in red. Uh-oh. Nose running.
No one's gonna linger.
And guess what? You're about to have to eat the next one 4 times in a row, too.
We'll see.
No, this one. All right. Which running back, number 6, 0 for 5. Which running back forced the least amount of broken tackles in 2023? So we did the most and the least now. Number 1, Javonte Williams. 2, Najee Harris. 3, James Conner. 4, Jalen Warren. 5, Derrick Henry.
What were the first two? Najee and who?
Javonte Williams, James Conner, Jalen Warren, or Derrick Henry. Just
What was the first one again? Dude, I'm in the hot ones where it's like
yes. You gotta walk me through it, man. All right, Javonte Williams, running back, Denver Broncos. Najee Harris.
Javonte fucking sucked last year. Oh. I don't think he broke many tackles because his legs were weak. Or leg. Um,
He needs some milk. Where's the
but
water?
Najee Harris is also trash. So,
Then James Conner.
yeah, James Conner is good.
Big lumber though. And Jalen Warren,
Uh,
King Henry.
we're gonna go Najee Harris. Come on, man.
Whammy! It's King Henry.
I knew it, dude. When you said the question, I was like, one of those guys doesn't fit. Oh my gosh.
He forced the least amount of broken tackles. Derrick Henry. Out of those guys. All right. I'm going to move this
All right.
along so you don't kill yourself over and over again.
I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. I will entertain the masses while you
All right.
fix yourself. Oh. I didn't think that he would do this bad. Okay, so prefacing how I came up with these questions. So I was looking at fantasy football fun facts, and I knew that these questions are tough. I mean, unless you're looking and you know everyone's 2023, the outlook, everything that they had, you probably aren't going to know most of these off the top of your head. So I did it multiple choice because, for example, the website I pulled these fun facts from, it was just going through random stats, ADP of 39, but they outdid that by 12 spots. You know, no one's going to know that. So just to try and keep it fun and light, I made a multiple choice and turned these fun facts into question phrasing. So we have one, two, three, four more, and we'll see if I'm nice. We'll see if I make him. I might make or let him go down instead of staying at that top tier. So I don't know. It was fun putting together these questions and looking back at the year, seeing who exactly did what, things that you forgot about. Travis Etienne being the leading running back in broken tackles is kind of crazy, if you ask me. Justin Watson is a wide receiver. I just get him confused with Noah Gray, the tight end. They look the same. Don't shoot the messenger. So I never would have got that. Isn't it crazy to think that that's what it was? Their second best wide receiver for the Super Bowl champion Chiefs was Justin Ross with 460 or 446 receiving yards. That's terrible.
All right, we're good.
We're good, except you can't hear me.
Oh my gosh. All right, did you entertain him?
Oh yeah, no, I went through my whole process for creating these questions and
Oh wow, okay.
I thought
I thought we were gonna have to cut this out, but all right.
Oh no, we're good. I'm just chilling.
All right, well now we're on to the hottest sauce. So let's do it.
All right. So
right?
Well, oh yeah.
Or do we have another question first?
No, that was the sixth one, and you got them all wrong. So you went 1 through 6. So.
I just wanted to let you know the bathroom was unrelated to the hot sauces. I just really had to pee. It was like a double whammy.
Oh,
not only did I have to pee really bad, but my mouth was on fire. Well, it is on fire. So that was, oh my gosh, I was about to break. I was about to freak out.
Rookie move. Got to pee before we record.
Naga Jolie.
Hey, yo.
That is not what I thought he was going to say.
Naga Jolokia.
Listen, guys, don't cancel me, please. I didn't say what you think I said.
Naga Jolokia.
Naga Jolokia.
I wonder what language that's supposed to be.
Hot. Over 1 million Scoville units.
Boss up.
All right.
Let it fly. Oh boy. Okay.
I'm so
Looks like
stupid.
ketchup.
Why'd I put that much?
I was gonna say, you're gonna have to do it 4 more times. Tastes good.
Maybe it's a late hitter, but I don't know if it's as worse as the second to last.
Okay.
Or maybe I just ate it better. I don't know. We'll see. My nose is running though already.
Already, shit. You should have. It's been 6 picks already.
Well, I'm just saying, like, my nose had stopped running from the last one we did, and it just started again, like the second I ate that. So,
Let's go. Come on.
all right.
All right. Number 7. Which of the following wide receivers is the only one to score less total fantasy points in their first 3 years than Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Okay.
Do you get the question?
Yeah.
So similar to the one with Josh Allen, out of their total in their first 3 years,
Molest.
who's the
Okay.
only one of these?
Score less than Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yes, in their first 3 years. Justin Jefferson, Randy Moss, Odell Beckham Jr., Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill.
Man, that's so tough. Oh my gosh.
For what it's worth,
Because Michael Thomas, like, only had 2 years of fantasy relevance.
could they have been in his first 3 years?
But probably, because we got drafted in 2015, I think. I don't think they were in his first 3 years, really. Oh man! But then Odell made that insane catch, I believe, his rookie year. So I don't think it's Odell. Sorry, you listed so many receivers. Can you repeat them again?
I know. Justin Jefferson, Randy Moss, which I'll throw out Randy Moss because we weren't big into football. It wasn't Randy Moss.
It wasn't Randy Moss. I knew that though.
No.
And it's not Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, Randy Moss, Odell, Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill that's the other one. He was also a late breakout. But are you accounting for return yards?
I don't know. I didn't crunch the numbers. This was a predetermined set of information that I found.
Because Tyreek Hill, even though he might
While you
not have
work through
produced
that,
a lot.
I'll look through some of them.
What do you mean? Like you're gonna look at the return yards?
Yeah, I'm just looking at some stuff.
All right. Here's my thought process, guys. Michael Thomas, I believe, only had like 2 seasons where he was even a top 10 wide receiver, which he was number one in one of them, though. That's the thing. I don't know if Tyreek Hill was ever number one until like the last 5 years, which is 5 years into his career, because he was very inconsistent up till then. Justin Jefferson is probably out of the question because he had one of the greatest rookie seasons of all time, and he's been good since. How long has Justin Jefferson been in the league?
This
Was
is
it last season his
this
third?
This will be his 4th year, or his 5th year.
Okay. Justin Jefferson's out for me. Oh my gosh. I don't remember Michael Thomas that well.
Decisions.
I'm going to say Tyreek Hill. I got one?
You got it.
Let's go, dude. Wait, do I have to eat the hot sauce at all or what?
Well, what the original set of the rules is you just don't have to go up in a rank. But since you're already at 5,
What? Do you want me to eat like the third best, third hottest? Or do I go back down? No. We can go back down.
Okay.
Now. I got
Yeah,
one right.
yeah.
We go back down.
Okay.
And then I'll have to. Okay. So
I
we have
got you.
fucking 2 more. So.
Well, you said you said the 5th one was hotter than the 6th one, anyways.
Oh gosh. Well, whatever. It was. No, I didn't linger as long though.
What's the name of this one?
Heck yeah, talk through that though.
Yeah, so
I think that was an awesome get for me. I'm gonna be honest.
I think
if return
That was
yards
tricky.
were counted, I don't think that would be the case. I just looked. Tyreek Hill, his rookie year, had 592 return yards and 2 return touchdowns. His sophomore year, 204 return yards and a touchdown.
you want to
And
know why I know this because me and Kyle in our league had return yards
equaled the
at that
same
time.
as receiving
We
yards.
don't
so
now, but we used to. And Tyreek Hill, early on in his career, was not consistent as a receiver, but he was a great fantasy player in our league because of that.
Well, saying that, it really was only his rookie year where he wasn't involved in like a consistent dude. I mean, maybe on a weekly basis, but as far as like totals, because his rookie year he finished with 593 and 6, which okay, a decent rookie year. But if you add the 592 and 2 on the return yards, you're looking at over 1,100 yards or almost 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns in a rookie year. And then,
Yeah.
but the second year he had 1183 and 7, and then 1479.
I'm so glad I got one right, man. Oh my gosh. And that was probably one that you didn't think I was going to get right, huh?
No, I thought for sure you
Let's
would just
go.
gloss over Tyreek Hill and say that he was.
No, because
He was
his
that guy.
problem early on in his career was always consistency. So he was never.
No, but this
That
total,
guy anyways.
that's what I was just telling you. His totals were good. His second and third year, he was really good.
His totals, yes, but not consistency wise.
Yeah, but that was the question. Total.
Yeah, but you put him up against people like Justin Jefferson, Randy Moss, and Michael Thomas, which
Michael Thomas rookie year
Those people
1137
were-
and 9, sophomore year 1245 and 5, and third year 1405 and 9. He's
Yeah.
great. His
that's really good.
And he literally had one more good year. His
You thought I was going to pick Michael Thomas, huh?
or Odell, something like that. But no,
No, I knew it wasn't Odell because he broke out his rookie year. So I knew it wasn't Odell because after he broke out, he didn't have those injury problems for the first 3 or 4 years. He was good.
I know. I'm very curious. I'm gonna. So Odell came out the gate 1305 and 12 his rookie year, 1450 and 13 sophomore, 1367 and 10 his third year, and then
He had Eli Manning.
fourth year injured, and he got okay after that. But those were his best years of his career, his first 3. So
Yeah.
and so basically,
That's a
more of
good
the story
question.
is
Well
yeah,
said.
Amon-Ra.
That's probably the best question.
Like, yeah, because you got it right.
No, there was a lot of intricacies to talk through with that question.
It's the same exact question, except as the Josh Allen question.
Yeah, but with Josh Allen, like I don't remember what Tom Brady had or
I got you.
Peyton Manning.
I got you. Anyways, I digress. On to the next one. Now you're
right.
at the 5th. So we have let's see. We have 3 more questions. Number 8. 1 for 7. Which team scored the most total fantasy points from wide receivers? San Francisco, Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys, or Miami Dolphins?
Which team scored the most at receivers at the receiver position in last last year?
Yeah, last year.
You said Eagles, Dallas, and who?
Eagles and Dolphins.
Wait, Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins?
Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins.
Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins. Oh. Okay, here's my thought process. I'm gonna cancel out the Dolphins because before Tyreek got there, all they had was Waddle, and the year before that, they had nobody. The Cowboys is interesting because they did have Amari Cooper and CD at one point. The 49ers, they had the Debo season with all the rushing yards. Did you say receiving yards or just total points?
Total points.
So yeah, I mean, you have the year like Ayuk's rookie season. I think is actually slept on. He was pretty good. And then you had Debo go off that year with all those rushing yards and receiving yards. And I think he did that again the next year. So that's interesting. The Eagles didn't have AJ Brown before that. Dude, who was the guy on the Eagles that they had it like 4 years ago? That had one good season.
Travis Fulgham.
Dude, Travis Fulgham. Oh my gosh, that's not the Eagles. Travis Fulgham and that washed up dude. Anyways. All right. So it's between Dallas and the 49ers for me. I'm going to go 49ers.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, you're right.
Yes! I knew you were baiting me.
I was.
Screw you.
I was baiting you. This whole time I'm trying to look
It
for
had to
the
be.
exact number because I was curious how close it is, but you're damn it. All right. I mean, I guess
2 in a row. Let's go, baby.
all right.
I get to go down again now, right?
I
I am.
Yeah.
You don't make the rules, I do. I'll load that puppy up. It's oozing.
Not a problem.
Not a problem anymore.
It ain't no Nagajoluchi, huh?
Oh God. Oh well. Damn it. All right. I don't know. I really thought I was gonna just leave you with one, but I am kind of glad. I expected you to get 3, or like that.
I'm
that
on one now.
would make the most sense. But whatever.
I looked up the answers in the bathroom.
You don't have access to these questions, so you're a liar. Anyways, 2, 4, 8 now. All right, we're getting somewhere. Number 9. Which team scored the fewest total fantasy points from wide receivers? So same question, but fewest.
All right.
The New York Giants, the New York Jets, the Atlanta Falcons, or the Carolina Panthers? Again, that's the
All right.
Giants, Jets, Falcons.
The Carolina Panthers are out because Adam Thielen, old man Thielen, had a pretty good start to the season.
One guy.
One guy. But that's pretty much every team you just listed has one guy. So Garrett Wilson actually had a sneaky good season for who he was dealing with. Drake London, I don't think was like incredibly good, and I don't know anybody else who is even on the team, to be honest with you.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter. Because tight ends aren't included, right?
No, points from wide receivers.
All right. And you had Carolina, Falcons, Giants,
and Jets.
Jets. Okay, so we're down to the Jets and the Giants. Jets, Giants, Falcons. Okay. The Giants might have been sneaky with how many points they actually had across the 3 wide receivers, even though none of them actually mattered for fantasy.
Decisions.
We're going to lock in the Falcons.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's go, 3 in a row.
Dude,
Let's
I
go.
thought you said it was between the Jets and the Giants, or down between the Jets and Giants, and I was like, yes.
Nope.
No. So I pulled up the
No, because I thought about it and I was like, the Giants, although none of them actually mattered for fantasy, probably scored a decent amount of points like throughout the team. They
this
just
is
have so many guys.
a crazy. You know how you said you don't even know who else is on the team for the Falcons wide receivers? It's
Dude, I was thinking like
no.
Cordell Patterson, but I was like, I think he's listed at running back now.
Yeah. So Drake London, 905 yards last year, only 2 touchdowns. But
My gosh.
so that when your top option has 2 receiving touchdowns, and then next is Kyle Pitts, doesn't count, tight end with 667, Jonnu Smith with 582, then Bijan Robinson with 487.
Yep.
Then
I knew it because I was like, dude, the Giants. I bet you somebody on the Giants was actually close to Drake London. That was my thought process.
I'll pull it up after this because I'm curious.
Because I was like, somebody on the Giants might have been close to Drake London, anyways. So it's like, I literally could not, for the life of me, name the second wide receiver on that team.
Mm-hmm. No, and
So
because guess who it is? Guess who the second best producer at wide receiver is for Atlanta? It's Mac Hollins with 251 yards and 0 touchdowns.
dude, I thought Mac Hollins was still on the Dolphins.
251 yards, 0 touchdowns is their number 2 wide
Did
receiver.
he get traded mid-season?
Mac Hollins, he is on the Bills now, right?
No, he's on the Falcons now, I thought.
No, he's on the Bills. Yeah. Signed with the Bills.
Oh.
He's in that whole big group that's like fighting for a roster spot.
He's not part of that group.
No, I'm saying fighting for a group in that group fighting for a roster spot.
He's with Liver King. That's the group he's in.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because you haven't heard? Mac
What?
Hollins eats like liver and walks barefoot everywhere.
Does he really? Oh, I think I did hear that he does walk barefoot. Oh, what's wrong with people?
Yeah, he eats like liver and he's like super into the testosterone.
Yeah, I don't have the totals for just wide receiver fantasy points for the Giants, but they had Darius Slayton at
Dude, so I
770.
got it right. So I get to go down another sauce. Let's go.
Pour it up, and I'll explain the Giants. So they had Darius Slayton was 770 and 4. Then Darren Waller was number 2, and then Wan'Dale Robinson with 525 and 1. It had to have been close. Jalen Hyatt with 373 and 0. Like Isaiah Hodgins 230 and 3. So, and I came up with all those other options, by the way. I just saw the stat that the Falcons had the lowest fantasy points by a wide receiver, and I just came up with the other options. Did I do good picking the?
Yeah, honestly.
I thought
It
you
was a
gave
thought.
Panthers some consideration.
They were instantly out for me. Because I knew Adam Thielen, out of that entire list, had the best season out of anybody. Maybe not Garrett Wilson, but
Okay, I found the actual the stat here. Falcons scored the fewest wide receiver points as a team with just 315.9. Drake London 315.9. I think in PPR, I don't know what this is, but in PPR, CeeDee Lamb scored 408, and their entire team had 315. Anyways, Drake London was their highest scoring wideout with 174.4. He was held to just 2 touchdowns. No other Atlanta receiver had more than 43 points, and only one other scored a touchdown. Kaderil Hodge scored a touchdown. That's actually pathetic. All right. So 3 for 9. You started out rough, which I don't know if I made them easier. I think I might have in my head because I just knew that the first ones were pretty tough, but whatever. You're lucky I had some mercy. Are they still hitting you at all? Are these other ones, or is it just like, nah?
I mean, like it's just making kind of the
It just
it's
lingering
kind of
longer.
lingering on my tongue.
Mm.
Sure, that people are seeing. Like I'm like,
Oh, there was a point where I was just watching you, and you looked like you were having an aneurysm. You're like, freaking out. You're like,
dude,
you're like,
when I was on
Javante
when I
Williams
was on the
sucks. So,
Jolika, dude, I was seriously like not even hearing what you were saying. I was
no, you straight up said it was the worst you were was the least amount of broken tackles, and you said who was it? Javante Williams, Najee Harris, James Conner, Jalen Warren. And you were like, first Javante Williams sucks. Najee, he sucks too. You like had no thoughts. Uh,
no
anyway, moving
angry
on.
thoughts.
3 of 9. 2 more questions. Oh no, this is the last one. So you're
Yeah.
3 of 9. Last one.
So the worst I can do is the Red Savinia. Wait, no, Scotch bonnet. It's the worst I can do.
All right, are you ready?
If I get it wrong, I'll do the Naga Julika.
Okay.
I'm confident now.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. Which team scored the fewest total fantasy points from tight ends?
Just kidding. The Scotch bonnet. That's what we're doing next.
It's out of these 4 teams.
You said the fewest.
Yes, fewest tight end
Points.
points. The Denver Broncos.
And it's multiple choice.
Yes.
Okay,
Denver
Denver
Broncos.
Broncos.
New York Jets. Miami Dolphins or the Seattle Seahawks.
Dude. Okay. I think the Seattle Seahawks actually scored a decent bit, I will say. I think they were kind of sneaky because I believe they had Big Bertha there.
Big
Forget his
Bertha.
name. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm looking at their
The-
roster right now. I don't see anyone who
The
resembles
big country
a
dude. He's not on the team anymore, but the big country dude.
Oh, Will Disley.
Will Disley. I think they had Will Disley last year, and I think he actually got a couple touchdowns.
It was Denver
Sorry, you
Broncos,
said the Broncos?
Jets, Dolphins, Seahawks.
Conklin also might have had a decent bit.
Regardless, all these teams are not peak tight end producers.
No, I'm just trying to think of like who would have the least. I mean, Greg Dulcich, I believe, sucked last year, and then you had Adam Troutman. So that's pretty juicy there.
And then the last one is the Dolphins.
And the Dolphins, they didn't have Gesicki last year. I can't even tell you what their tight end was last year.
You'll get there.
Will I? All right. We're going with the gut here.
Come on.
We're going
gut.
Broncos.
Ah, jackass. No,
Was it the Dolphins?
it's the Dolphins.
Damn it! I was in between the two, man.
So the Dolphins are the fewest tight end scoring points. Their top
I knew
scoring
I
player.
should. Why did I do that, man? I did it because you're a fan of the Broncos. I swear.
I know.
It's
You
the
just
only
wanted-
reason I picked the Broncos. I
Don't
just
call
wanted
them
it to
that.
be. I wanted
I
that
put
to be
them there.
true.
I put them there as a option because I knew it would be enticing. Because I mean, Greg Dulcich was hurt and Troutman did nothing, and they just
But then when I couldn't name the Dolphins
I know.
tight end,
and you were never guessing it. I said you're gonna get. I said you'll get there, knowing that probably wasn't smart to say because I knew you wouldn't ever think of Durham Smythe,
Oh my gosh.
who scored
Who
71.
actually did have some weeks, I think.
He had 71.6 total points. Julian Hill was the only other tight end to score a point and had just 8.8. So
Dude, Jesus Christ.
I'm curious what.
I almost did it, guys. I almost finished out the show, but now we're going to ruin the rest of the show.
I won't
Honestly,
be that bitch.
we might just have to do the top wide receivers on the next show. We're an hour and 10 minutes in.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, suffer. Oh no, don't choke on it. That'll end you.
All right. Are you sure we're that far in?
I'm looking at I got the counter right here. We're an hour and 10
Right.
in.
We've been in the call longer than that.
No, I'm looking at the recording right here. We're good. Hour and 10 minutes. Up to you. Do we save it or do we run through it?
Oh man. Let's run through it.